Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable John Ensign from Nevada.
John Ensign was a rising star in the Republican Party.
Are you as fired up as I am?
Partway through his second term, there were already rumblings that the junior senator from Nevada might be the party's next best hope for president.
We have a clear, decisive leader in George W. Bush.
With impeccable conservative credentials. But suddenly, this past June,
last year, I had an affair.
A stunning announcement.
It's absolutely the worst thing that I've ever done in my life.
Confession made, Ensign took no questions. But almost immediately, questions were raised. Because it turned out the affair was with this woman, Cindy Hampton, his campaign treasurer, the wife of his closest friend and one of his top Senate aides, Doug Hampton.
Right over here to the left, over your left shoulder, is the Ensign's neighborhood, and ours is right over my right shoulder.
Now, Doug Hampton has emerged for his first network television interview to tell his side of the story. Allegations of hypocrisy and hubris, cover-ups, and maybe even crimes that have destroyed lives and could yet destroy John Ensign's political career.
It's hard to comprehend what's still taking place, what's going on this moment with regards to the unraveling of the choices and decisions that John made.
You've lost your job.
Lost my job.
Lost your best friend.
Lost my best friend.
Have nearly lost your wife.
Nearly lost my wife.
It was a 20-year-old friendship. Here they are on vacation together. So close, they'd become family. The couples lived yards away from one another in this suburb of Las Vegas. They prayed together here at the Meadows Fellowship Church, people of intense faith. And in 2006, Ensign asked his friend Doug Hampton to come to Washington and serve as his co-chief of staff. Despite his utter lack of political experience, Hampton says Ensign wanted him there as he walked the corridors of power, a brother in Christ who would help keep him grounded.
Walk alongside in whatever capacity possible. Same kind of model that Jesus exhibited in the Bible. It was a dream.
A dream come true.
Yeah, I floated.
But during Christmas of 2007, that dream turned into a nightmare when Doug intercepted a text message Ensign had sent Cindy. What's it say?
How wonderful it is. Can't believe it's like a kid. Scared but excited.
Do you know instantly?
Oh, I have a little out-of-body experience. I confront John. I think he genuinely believes I'm gonna knock him out. John is panicked. He doesn't know what to do. He's like a kid. He's just scrambling. Cindy is speechless. She is absolutely in shock.
According to Hampton, on Christmas Eve, there was a confrontation at the Ensign home with both couples and all their children present.
Kids know. We know. 10 of us meet at John and Darlene's, and I say, what are we going to do? Are we going to destroy each other's lives? Is this it? Oh gosh, no. It's just the biggest mistake we've ever made. We do not want this. John cries like a kid, puts his head in his hands, and cries like a little boy.
Remorse. You hear remorse.
Yeah, panic.
Both couples tried to work it out, but by February, Hampton believed that Ensign and his wife were still having an affair. He's still sleeping with your wife, you think?
Yeah, that's hard to hear. Yeah, I think he's absolutely at this time pursuing her. He's absolutely fixated on Cindy.
Hampton says his suspicions were confirmed when he accompanied his boss on a congressional trip to Iraq.
I was not a person he wanted to see anymore on a daily basis.
You subsequently discovered that he was calling your wife morning and night from Iraq.
I was having problems with my phone. So I asked John, hey, can I use your phone? I want to call Cindy. He said, sure. Instead of scrolling to Cindy Hampton, he scrolls to Aunt Judy. Like covert cover-up for Cindy Hampton. And I realized, wow, something is seriously wrong.
Back in Washington, Doug Hampton says he turned to the one place he was sure could help him, a secretive Christian group known as the Fellowship. Ensign was living here at what's known as the C Street House, run by the Fellowship, a meeting place and residence for evangelical lawmakers. What's their first piece of advice to you?
Be cool.
Cover it up.
No.
No.
No, not initially. No, we need help. We're not big enough. This is a United States Senator, and so even though we're friends, we're close, we're brothers in Christ, we need power to confront this. Senator Tom Coburn, the hitman.
Senator Tom Coburn of Oklahoma is one of the most influential conservative voices in the United States Senate, and also a C Street resident. Hampton says on Valentine's Day, the C Street leadership and Senator Coburn helped him confront Senator Ensign.
Tom really kind of takes the helm.
So how angry is Tom Coburn at this point?
Oh, he's smoking. I mean, he is a one upset man. And then John kind of breaks down a little bit. I don't know what to say. I made a mistake. I really screwed up.
Hampton provided us with this letter, which he says the group at C Street forced Ensign to write and Federal Express to Cindy, ending the relationship. I used you for my own pleasure, he wrote. God never intended for us to do this. But according to Hampton, within hours, John Ensign called Cindy.
He is just livid. They made me write a letter, but it's not how I feel. Doug has exposed me. As though somehow I'm the bad guy in this.
So, that weekend, you actually see John Ensign. And what does he tell you about his feelings for your wife?
He's in love with her. I know what was said. I can't change, and I'm not going to apologize for how I feel. Not only am I going to pursue the relationship, you can't work for me anymore. This isn't going to work. He almost said it like, you've made me uncomfortable.
Is your wife in love with him?
No, she's...
Did he take advantage of her?
Yeah, absolutely. He took advantage of his power and his position.
That isn't just a loving husband talking.
I can appreciate why a lot of people would think that. I do not think that she is blameless. I am not saying that she wasn't struggling with her own feelings and her own attraction to John and her own demons.
Cindy Hampton would not confirm or deny her husband's allegation that she was taken advantage of by Ensign. But a watchdog group has asked the Senate to take a look at whether Ensign is guilty of sexual harassment, a violation of congressional ethics rules because Cindy was working for Ensign at the time the affair began.
Did Senator Ensign sexually harass Cynthia Hampton by conducting an affair with his employee? And then did he violate sexual harassment law by firing Cynthia Hampton and her husband when the affair ended?
By April 2008, Senator Ensign had indeed fired both Doug and Cindy Hampton, but not before what Doug Hampton sees as one final humiliation.